Some big roster decisions. Dan Labbe is here, cleveland.com and the Plain Dealer, covering the Cleveland Browns. Let's start off with Christian-Kirksey and find out what you think they're going to do this way. Signed a 4-year deal, $38 million extension in 2017. His contract costs $9.9 million against the cap in 2020. They would be hit with a $2.4 million in dead cap space if they cut him. And he only played 9 games in the last 2 seasons due to injuries. What do you do with Christian-Kirksey?
Yeah, this is the first year since that contract extension where they've really been financially able to move on from him because of the savings.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a hard case to bring him back, especially if they do decide to pay Joe Schobert. I don't think you can pay both of those guys. It would not surprise me if they decide to move on from Kirksey.
All right, next up, olivier-vernon. Everybody talking like he's gone already. What say you?
You know, Again, it wouldn't surprise me if he's gone, but I don't know why you would do it. He's got 1 year left, $15 million. Why not just pay that money? I thought he was good when he was healthy. Now, that has been an issue over the last 3 years, is staying healthy. But I thought he was a good complement to Myles Garrett, and it's only 1 year. He's a free agent after this season.
He had 3.5 sacks last year, lowest since his rookie year in 2012. You mentioned Chris-Hubbard, the offensive tackle. What do you think here?
If they go a different direction of both tackles, they've got to let Hubbard go. He's too expensive to be a swing tackle, and I don't know that he's been good enough. Again, this is one of those things, a John Dorsey signing. I know that Andrew Berry said that they view everybody as Cleveland Browns, but I do think there's still that tendency to move on from guys that you didn't bring in, especially if they don't fit financially or on the field.
Isn't that sort of ridiculous that you would cut a guy because somebody else drafted him?
It is, and I don't think that would be the driving reason behind it. Like with T.J. Carey, who they just released.
No, but it could be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think it plays a role when it's a guy maybe you drafted versus a guy someone else drafted.
Sheldon Richardson, defensive tackle, second year of a 3-year, $37 million contract. The cap number is over $13 million over the next 2 seasons. In 2019, he had 62 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles in 2019.
And I don't think you're moving on from Sheldon Richardson, but you might give his agent a call and see if you can maybe do something a little different with that contract. Larry Ogunjobi's coming up in free agency after this season, and if you want to keep him and also continue to pay Richardson, you might want to redo that deal. I don't think you're moving on from him, but maybe you redo that contract.
If you're the agent and the phone rings and you see it's Andrew Berry, do you even answer it?
I think you do, because what can happen is some of that money that counts against the cap can turn into bonuses. It can turn into more guaranteed money. Because the reality is I think after this year, then you might consider moving on from Richardson, because